Okay, what is your next port?
My next port, Gaza.
Marmara, you are approaching an area of hostilities, which is under a naval blockade. The Israeli government supports delivery of humanitarian supplies to the civilian population in the Gaza Strip and invites you to enter the Ashdod port, after which you can return to your home ports aboard the vessels on which you arrived.
Negative. Our destination is Gaza. Our destination in Gaza.
After all the Navy's attempts to persuade the flotilla to change course were rejected, naval troops acted to take control of the 6 vessels attempting to break the naval blockade. 5 of the 6 boats were apprehended amid only passive resistance from the activists on board. However, aboard the flotilla's primary vessel, the Turkish ship Marmara, carrying 561 demonstrators, the troops encountered extreme violence from a well-organized and armed group of radical activists. The soldiers were attacked with knives, clubs and other cold weapons that had been prepared in advance, as well as with gunfire and firebombs. The video images recorded during the operation make it clear that this extreme violent resistance was well planned and that there was a premeditated attempt to lynch the soldiers in the boarding party. From the moment they rappelled onto the ship's upper deck from their helicopters, the troops were attacked with cold weapons. At this stage, they reacted with the rubber bullets and paint guns prepared for the operation, normally used to disperse demonstrations. When a firebomb exploded near the troops and one soldier was stabbed and then thrown onto the ship's lower deck, and only after 2 of the troops' pistols were wrested from them and turned against them, did the soldiers open fire in self-defense. As a result, 9 of the radical activists were killed and 27 others wounded. 9 Israeli troops were also wounded, some of them seriously, from gunfire and cold weapons. Most of the injured Israelis and foreigners were evacuated at sea by helicopter and flown to Israeli hospitals for medical care. About 12 hours after the incident began, all 6 vessels of the flotilla were docked at the port of Ashdod. All passengers disembarked for security checks and were then transferred to the Ministry of Interior and Immigration authorities in order to return them to their countries of origin. The flotilla's organizers were clearly told that they would be allowed to dock in Ashdod, unload the supplies and equipment they had on board, and have them transferred in an organized fashion to the Gaza Strip.